Check, 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 check. Looks like we are alive and working. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Red Seat live stream. I'm your host for the evening, Corbin. How we doing this afternoon? Afternoon, evening? What do we call it? What do we call 7 p.m.? Evening, right? This is the evening. I don't know. The sun sets later. Is this technically still the afternoon? Whatever. Moose, how you doing? Basketball legend, how are you? Christian, what's going on? AJ, Fenway Joe, howdy, brother. Chris, JB, Carrie, Mr. Foxman, hey, I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. Celtics fan, how you doing? Dennis, what's going on? Wrath, I think. Wrath. Baseball, how are you? Lawson, what's going on? Dusk, late evening. Yeah, that works. Tired, what's going on? I'm good, man. I'm good. Corbin, would I prefer Duran or Abreu to be traded? See, everyone asks the question. It's the same question every stream, right? It's the same question until someone actually ends up getting moved. The answer is CW, I don't know, right? There isn't really a right answer to that question. There isn't at the end of the day. The right answer is move Masataka Yoshida. Ultimately, that is the answer to this question. It's not going to happen, right? They're just not going to find a deal worth it. So I don't know. I genuinely have no idea which way the Red Sox go. Again, we've been talking about this. I don't know, for 3 months, 4 months. It changes every weeks. Every weeks. Trade Corbin for a bag of tennis balls. Eric, then who would you give your money to every month? What up, Santiago? Seeing that Devers in the intro still. I know, I literally just noticed that. Actually, let's change that. I'm going to change that right now. Don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. I'm just changing the intro. We're just changing the intro, chat. Can you guys still hear me when I'm doing this? Let me see. Did that change? Yep, we're good. So now we got Marcelo. Now we got Marcelo in there. You happy? Chat. Maybe that's why we're losing so many games on this stream. Maybe that's why we're losing so many games on this stream. We had bad karma in there, you know? Red Sox rundown. I actually don't know who that is. But sure. Did I see what Devers did? Yeah, did you see the whole story, though, or did you just read the headlines? Durant in center, interesting. Yeah, it is interesting. I mean, it's something we've known is going to happen, right? It's something we've heard is going to happen, right? We know that they're not immediately going to trade one of these guys, right? So we know over the next, at the bare minimum, over the next 3 weeks, you're going to see a rotation, right? And as much versatility as you can pack into this outfield, I think the better, which is why you're seeing Durant in center, which is probably why you'll see, say, Don in right, which is probably why you'll see Anthony in center, or Anthony in left and right? You're going to see these guys just completely spin around for the next couple of weeks. Any word on Sandoval? Not a one. What up, Damien? Did I already say what up? Much better center fielder than left fielder. Yeah, I think his speed definitely plays a bit better. What up, AJ? Will Clark is cooked. Yeah. I would say he's passing every test, Dennis. He's passing every possible test. A lot of talk about Joe Ryan. Yeah, we're going to be talking about that Friday. So I did also want to mention today before we hopped into the game here, I am going to be leaving for vacation tomorrow. I have a couple of videos lined up. Don't worry, we're going to be talking about Bregman for sure. Right when he comes back, we'll make a video about that. We're going to be talking about Joe Ryan. We'll still be doing the series updates. I may be late on the Tampa Bay series recap, so just a heads up. But I just wanted to give you guys a heads up that, I might not be as responsive for comments, and I may not be as quick to news if something happens as I normally would. So just keep an eye out on that. Hey, Roberto, thank you for subscribing, my friend. I'm a bum? Yeah. Why are there no Narvaez jerseys on the markets? Dude, I don't know. Yeah, Joe. Buddy. Buddy, we got it covered. You're late to the party, my friend. Where you been? What did I want to do? I wanted to set this up, actually. Okay, at bat. This is the first one. Okay. It's a bit bigger. Oops, made it too big. Make it a bit smaller. A little bit more, Corbin. We're there. Okay. And then we just need a scoreboard, and we will be good to go. Scoreboard. Scoreboard. Perfect. The chat blocks the info. That may be physically impossible, I think. Would I rather Grissom or Hamilton at second base the rest of the season if I had to choose one? Marcelo Mayer. I don't think they're going to do that, Lawson. I don't think they're going to take the rest of the contract. Was amazed Bayo came out for the 8th last night when we scored 7 runs. Yeah. I was kind of surprised he did the full thing, but I loved it. That's the record when I'm on stream, yeah. Yeah, Christian, it's tough, right? Because they're virtually like they both bring very specific things to the table. I think Willier's been more consistent this year, but I think the Rams' ceiling is ultimately higher. I don't know, right? The answer to the question is ultimately I think what brings you the biggest return, you know? Yeah, I would 1,000%, Spencer. David Hamilton goes to catcher, Wong cut, yay or nay? What are the comparisons with their batting average? It can't be that different. Trade Yoshida, and I do not care what you get back there, not trading Duran. Guys, you have to remember, someone has to take on Masa, right? It's not just that, hey, you know, we can just trade him to anybody. That's not how this works, right? Even if you take on the money, there's still a commitment there for what? 5 more years? Is that what it is? 3 or 4 more years? Whatever it is, right? Even if you're paying him, you know what? You're paying him $18 million a year right now, I think. Even if you take half of that, you're paying him $9 million, or even you take most of that, right? You still need to take on. Let me see how many more years he's got. So it'll be 2 more years after this year, right? And it's $18 million a year. I don't know. Maybe if there was a year left, you know what I mean? It'd be a lot easier, but adding Grissom to him doesn't do enough at all. I think people are forgetting too that it, you know, you sit there and you're like, oh, I can't believe you have to trade Duran because of Masa. No, not really, right? You kind of have to. You sit there with this, and it's like, okay, yes, Masa is a part of this equation, right? 1,000%, but it's also Abreu, Roman Anthony, and Ceddanne Rafaela on top of that. So even if Masa wasn't part of this equation, you still have too many outfielders, right? And you still need. And the other thing too is I think when people think of trading one of these guys, it's like, oh, you know, they're just going to be gone, right? They're just going to be gone and the team's going to stay as is. You are getting something back in return, right? So if you can translate a portion of your team that is too much talent into a portion of your team that you don't feel as though has enough talent couldn't that hypothetically make your team better on paper or in actual gameplay? Right, if you think about it, let's talk about the rotation, for example, right? The rotation's actually starting to come together pretty nicely, if we're being honest. You've got Crochet, who's been dominant all season long. Abeo's going into the second half, and we're going to have conversation about whether or not he can get to a sub-3 ERA. That's really impressive this year. Giolito's really turned a corner, right? It's really those last two spots you're talking about. But if you could take all-star level Duran and turn into all-star level starting pitcher, and all of a sudden your top four are Crochet, let's say a Joe Ryan type guy, Bayo, Giolito, and then you have a mix of Dobbins, Fitz, Harrison, Bueller, Houck, whoever's ready to fill that role in that 5 spots. Does that not make your team better? Because again, yes, you're losing Duran, but you've still got Cedon, Abreu, and Roman, and it's vice versa for Abreu as well, right? But now you've also added in blank, potential all-star pitcher. That's the problem. No, it wouldn't be Duran alone. You're absolutely right. But my point is, if you package him for something that gets you a legitimate all-star caliber pitcher, I don't understand what the I get the we all have attachment to Duran. I get that, right? It's the fan side of things. But again, hey Austin. Michael King could be a good option. Michael King's been injured for the last 2 months. He just got pushed back again in his rehab assignment. I don't know that I would want Michael King, especially not for Duran. You can't replicate 10 WAR. Duran isn't a 10 WAR player right now. I can't even get onto the live stream, so I'm delayed in the game already. I have no idea what's happening. Last season means nothing to this season, does it, Chris? That's a terrible argument to be you can't replace 10 WAR. Okay, he's not giving you 10 WAR. Yeah, I'm trying to, Austin. Durant's heating up. He is. He's playing really well. But again, guys, the entire outfield's playing really well. The entire outfield's playing pretty well. Someone who is playing well is going to need to be traded. That's just at the end of the day what it is. Do I think Costas will have a spot next year? Wow, that was a nice read off the wall from Roman Anthony, low-key. Yoshida will be traded to who? Right? You can't just say this is the guy I want traded. You need to come up with a legitimate place to go. Right now, they tried to trade him this offseason. They attached Casas, who was at maybe one of the highest possible places in his career here in terms of value. No. Seattle wouldn't even take Casas with Masa and some of the contract eaten. I wish we had first baseman with Romy's hitting and Toro's fielding combined in one. That'd be sick. That would be sick. That'd be a what? An all-star MVP level first baseman. That's what it feels like it would be, at least. What about Houston? Why would Houston, who didn't want to pay, Houston doesn't really have room for him, do they? Not really. How many times trade like this happen where Red Sox take on some of the salary and add some good prospects? What? Mookie Betts? How'd that one turn out? Sale? How'd that one turn out? Adrian Gonzalez. And who was that? Adrian Gonzalez, Crawford, and Beckett. Was that the trade package? Not sure. They don't work out. All right, little strike him out, throw him out to start the game. Like that a lot. Where were we when we signed Masa? The situation was so much different when we signed Masa. Like, we signed him coming into what, the 2023 season, right? So you got to imagine Jarren Duran was still, we were talking about whether or not they were even going to have Duran on the major league roster anymore at that point. There was no Roman Anthony. There was Cedon, but he was really low in the minors. There was no Wilyer Abreu. Right? The situation was so much different. Extension coming soon. Yeah, Sean McAdams talked about it today, actually. It's been sort of casual conversations about an extension so far. It hasn't been anything super serious. But the rumor is they're not trading him. Like, he's not going anywhere if they can't get him. Like, that's been sort of the conversation so far with Bregman, is it's been, if they can't get a deal done, there's a chance that they trade him coming into the deadline. That that does not appear to be the case. Man, I just sorry, chat. I don't know what happened there. I just lost my ability to speak for a second. How many years and how much do you see Bregman getting? I genuinely have no idea, honestly. What up, Cosmic? We could do better than Joe Ryan, SMH. Huh? Have you actually looked into Joe Ryan, Jesta? Have you looked into him at all? Have you done any research on him? Hamilton will probably be gone this weekend. What commercial do I see right now? No commercial. It's a 1-1 count. Chances we hang on to Abreu and Duran and trade prospects instead. I genuinely, even today, right? There was conversations from Alex Spears saying, look, they're not shopping either of these guys, right? They're willing to listen to contract extensions or trade conversations, but they're not actively out there trying to move one of these pieces. So we're sitting here being like, brother, we got to get rid of somebody here, right? Someone's got to go. They're not doing that. So there's probably a pretty decent chance that both of these guys are here past the deadline. There probably is a legitimate chance. Would I trade Anthony to the Pirates? Speaking of Duran, there's a hit. Oh, he's going 2. Is he going 3? He is going 3. Sit. Let's go. How did that turn into a triple? How did that turn into a triple? Oh, my God, dude. Sweet names, Jack. Sweet names. What's my opinion about trading Chapman? I actually talked about this in my video of like players most likely to be traded from the Red Sox. The problem is like Jordan Hicks isn't a closer, right? Jordan Hicks isn't a closer. I don't know that Justin Slayton is a closer yet, right? You'd be sort of sitting in that conversation of like, you know, what we had in the back end of 22, which was just who you closing with, right? Weiser would have possibly been a candidate, but he's been absolutely beat into the ground, basically. Right, so in my opinion, I don't trade Chapman unless you are I just don't see a world in which you trade him and you continue to be really good in that 9th inning. That's my problem, right? I just don't see it. And that therein it lies a problem, because what are you going to do if you're a legitimate like playoff team? You get into the playoffs, who's closing games for you? Right, Christian. If anything, you should be adding. You know what I mean? Cedon at second. Jesta, Cedon is the best defensive player in baseball right now in center field. Why would we possibly put him at second base? PCA? Yeah, he's better. He's marginally better than PCA. They're pretty close. If you want to make an argument the PCA is better, fine. But they are neck and neck. Don't want to trade Christian. Christian Vasquez, I think, is a different story, because Christian Vasquez was on the last year of his contract. He was a little bit older, right? He wasn't producing as well as Duran's been producing. I think it's a different conversation. What's up, Trick Shots? Corbin, what are my thoughts on Anthony to the Pirates for Skeens? It's never going to happen. It'll never happen. Yeah, we did get Willier for Vasquez. That's not my point. Isn't the trade wasn't good. My point was it's an entirely different conversation. Yeah, Jess, it just doesn't make sense to put Cedon Rafael at second base. Not a single ounce of sense. Bay Sox, you're not going to be able to get Joe Ryan, Griffin Jacks, and prospects for just Jarren Duran. In fact, you'd probably have to pack. I'm talking about this Friday. For Joe Ryan and what he's doing right now, combined with the years of control he has, it's going to be Duran and prospects. I would trade Masa for a prospect for a good starter or reliever, and how is that going to work? Is the idea that Marcelo plays second when Bregman returns? I hope so. I really hope so. Oh, man, I can't believe we did not score in that inning. Yeah, you could do that, Fox, man. The problem is, again, what are you going to do with the roster until that happens? All right, Mike, do you just not want me to talk about the game? That's like the entire reason we're here, man. It's no one. The problem is you sit here, and if you say there is a chance that one of these guys gets traded, you're like, oh my God, like, you want him gone. I can't believe you want him gone. No one wants them to leave, right? No one wants these guys to leave. It's just the reality of the situation. It's a good problem to have. It's a good problem to have until it isn't, right? Like today, you've got Ceddanne Rafaela, who's your hottest hitter, sitting on the bench because everyone else is so hot. You had to figure out where to fit these guys in. You know what I mean? Do I see any surprises at the deadline? What do you mean surprises? I do think you're going to end up seeing a lot more people selling than originally anticipated, and the reason I say that is because I think there are going to be a decent enough amount of teams who are buying where players look at it and they say, or teams look at it and they say, man, we can get a ton for this guy, right? Like Joe Ryan's a perfect example. The Twins don't necessarily have to sell. Right now they're 4 games out of a playoff spot, right? And by the end of the month, the way this AL has been, they could be 1 game. They could be in a playoff spot. Like, let's be honest here, right? So that they could sit there and say, I don't know if we're going to sell, but at the same time, too, you look at it, and 4 games is still a pretty substantial amount of room to make up, especially when you have like 8 teams in front of you. And again, you look at the market, it's like, there's not going to be a ton of teams selling or full selling at least, right? There might be some teams slightly retooling or something like that, but it's going to be interesting to see. In my opinion, the surprise is going to be like last year, right? Last year it was astronomical prices at the deadline. I mean, look at what we gave up for Luis Garcia, right? Look what we gave up for Danny Jansen, right? Those were nobodies, and we gave up not like crazy prospects or anything, but names in the system to get these guys. What was the Tanner Scott haul again? It was like one of the best hauls a closer has ever gotten. It's because less teams are selling than they were buying. Or less teams were selling than they were buying. So there were more teams buying than were selling. Dude, he's had 4 seasons in Major League Baseball. Right? Like it's tough to sit here and say, like you could say the exact same thing, Jesta, about Garrett Crochet after last season. Right? He hasn't been very consistent in Major League Baseball. Do I think Campbell will be in the big leagues next year? Yeah, I do. I think he'll be back in the big leagues next year. He'll probably be back in the big leagues towards the end of the year. What I'm interested to see is how he comes back up, right? Is he going to come back up as I could see him come back up as a first baseman. What's my opinion on Carlos Santana? Don't want him. Do not want him. You're getting better production from the combination of Romy and Toro right now. There's no reason. There's absolutely no reason to go after Carlos Santana, in my opinion, right? Unless he's in a package with Emmanuel Clase. What up, QB? Just a whole lot of trade deadline talk. Carlos Santana is an amazing musician. If we get Carlos Santana, guitarist? Ryan O'Hearn for a full-time first baseman. I don't totally hate that. Honestly, I don't hate it at all. But what do you think we get for him right now? Nothing. Costas has no value right now. If you had Carlos Santana just shredding in front of the dugout every game, I think you'd be in a good spot. You're comparing Trevor Story to Mookie Betts, Jesta. What are we doing tonight? Oh, my Lord. Extending Campbell gives you Rusney Castillo vibes? What? Clip my moderator for 29 months, ladies and gentlemen. For 29 months. That's incredible. Gito, it's your turn to have a complete game now. Hey, don't go jinxing anything. Don't go jinxing anything. He's done already, so why not? Comparing the two? Why not? Why don't you just sit there and think for a second about the differences between a Trevor Story and a Mookie Betts? Oh, a little 1-2-3 inning for Giolito there, huh? Well, actually, last inning was what? It was a 1-2-3, but it was like a 1-3-2 inning. Yeah, I saw the Will Clark stuff. Also, did you guys actually listen to the conversation? Or did you just get the headline that he didn't show up? Because the conversation Will Clark had was much different than what was actually like what Will Clark's not inference, that's the wrong word. Will Clark's sort of tone was, right? If you listen to the actual conversation, he's more like, look, he blew me off and it sucked, but I get it, right? It was during the Red Sox series. He was like, you just got traded for the team, and this was the team that you didn't want to play first base for. I understand why you didn't come out and talk to me. That's basically what he said. He just said, next time I'm going to drag you out onto the field. Clark was pissed? No, he wasn't. He was actually pretty nonchalant about it. Yeah, Story. We'll probably make a video next week when I get back from vacation about Story and how we were all dead wrong about Story. You know what I mean? Liam Hendriks likely retiring. I said in the video today, I just simply don't see how Liam Hendriks plays another game for the Red Sox. Devers. What accent is that? It's like a Midwest. Devers. Oh, sorry there, Mr. Devers. Okay, Spencer, most of us were very out on Trevor Story. If we're being fair, most of us were very out on Trevor Story. Oh my God. Carlos Narvaez just hit one to planet Jupiter. That ball was demolished, ladies and gentlemen. Is it this? I can never remember. There it is. Carlos Narvaez. Let's go. Huge. Narvaez getting hot. Dude, this lineup could be disgusting by the end of the month. Genuinely. Mike, what? I'm going to pull up the receipts, Mike. You said to trade him for a bag of pencils. No, we didn't trade Doogie for him. There's a hurricane coming through. And it's Masa. Dude, having Masa back is awesome. Were they number 2 pencils? I don't even think he might have said broken pencils. Trading him is not saying criticism. Mike, you hated him. Look at that. Masa's first game back. Masa's already on the bases. Buddy hasn't missed a damn thing. Dog just goes out there and swings, man. That's all he does. Who do you think is going to be our first baseman next year? I bet they start the year with Christian Campbell over first base, honestly. Bad day to be a pitcher. Masa woke up. I agree, Fox, man. I've been saying for a little bit. It's not about hating Trevor Story. It's about being out on Trevor Story. And you were absolutely out on Trevor Story. Yoshida batting 1,000. Dude might win an MVP. How long next season is Casas down? He wants to be back for opening day. I think it'll be at least half the year. Maybe Masa at first. You know, hey, he's been playing a lot of first base. I don't know, dude. He's been playing a lot of first base. I don't love look at how short Masa is compared to the other first baseman, right? Half the year. Yeah, dude. I've been sitting here, and when with the Casas thing, it's like he's been, you know, this is a really tough injury to get back from. Veritek. Imagine they signed Veritek to like a half-year deal. They're just like, look, get in there for the rest of the season. We'll figure it out after the season ends. Campbell doesn't look good. Campbell is 22, 23 years old and has played less than one full season of professional baseball combined. Did Romy Gonzalez just go yard? No, he didn't. I think he'll be okay, Chris. You know what I missed? You know what I missed more than anything about Masataka Yoshida? His run, dude. He's got the you know he's got the Tom Cruise Mission Impossible run. I love it. Get Masa behind the dish. I'm actually do it. Get him behind the dish. Meyer is very due, dude. Last 3 games, hitting 300 with 2 doubles, a triple, 2 RBIs, and 5 runs scored in his last 10. What'll happen to the password? Unfortunately, I think the password's probably going to end up being traded. Man, another double play, huh? Oh, wait. Okay, never mind. How young is this Colorado Rockies manager? What up, Anthony? No one's saying you did, Jesta. You literally said, Jesta, you word for word. I'm not twisting your words. I'm simply, let's go back to the exact one here. Oh, here it is. Where are you? And I'm so sorry. You can get rid of Story and keep everyone else with ton of flexibility, a la Betts. How is that not? David Hamilton, hard line out, and we're into the third inning, ladies and gentlemen. Is it true they're trying out the challenges All-Star game? You sure are. Yeah, I couldn't imagine being a Rockies fan, man. Good to see Yoshida back. Dude, hey, first hit. Make sure you read that right. I read that word for word, Jesto. Word for word. Yeah, the Rockies uniform. Apparently, Colorado. What's it? Coors Park is like incredible too. So I'm not gonna knock that. Yeah, it is really fast, Cream. I've been wanting the ABS system in Major League Baseball for a while. I actually think it'll make the game a lot more interesting, especially during like really really important situations. Like imagine you had the ABS system in the 2021 ALCS. The Red Sox would be in the World Series. Home of Blue Moon beer. Coors Field is home of Blue Moon beer. How does that make any sense? Is Blue Moon owned by the Coors company? My starting in college football, dude. I last year I did BC, and I was a wagon. I was an absolute wagon. So this year I might custom make a URI one. I tried to do that last year, couldn't figure it out. I watched a YouTube video, finally kind of got the gist of it. I'll figure it out this year though. I think perfect strike zone, Griffin. MLB The Show Sox TikTok. I don't know if I could do that. So you were a season ticket holder to the Rockies? That's awesome. Roberts would love him. I think the Dodgers are okay position player wise, I'll be honest. Gotta be some URI or Rick alumni in the chat. I'm a URI alumni. Oh, theme team. I always associate TT with TikTok. I'm old though. If we trade Hamilton to the Dodgers, he hits 300 and wins World Series MVP. True. Oh, interesting, Slow. I had no idea. That's crazy. Trade from the Pirates to the Orioles end of the show. A little bit better, you know? A little bit better. A little bit better. URI campus seemed legit. URI campus was a giant hill, and I lost like 40 pounds going to class. Wait for apology from your misstatement. Jesta, all I did was read your exact message. I'm not going to apologize for reading what you wrote. Any National League team would be smart to trade for Hamilton. I don't know if any Major League team would be smart for trading for him. What's my major? Was my major? It was marketing. Hamilton for Joe Ryan, who says no. Mike says no. Outside of that, everyone says yes. Thoughts on the draft Sunday, Corbin? Oh my God, I forgot the MLB draft was Sunday. Oh, crap. I don't know how I'm going to cover that. I have no idea how I'm going to cover that. I'm going to be on vacation. I suppose we're just going to have to talk about it on Monday, I guess. Wow. I didn't even think. Monday's better anyway. No games. Yeah. Yeah. What time's the draft at? Is it in the evening? Where's my phone? What time is the MLB draft? 2022 Major League Baseball draft was. Why is it giving me the 2022 Major League draft? What time this year is the 2025 Major League draft? For the love of God. Siri might be the most useless, legitimately useless part of an iPhone. 6 p.m. I wouldn't even be able to make a video until Monday anyways. We're good. Yeah, what do you mean? What do you mean you were looking for where to stream the 2022 MLB draft? God. I mean, what are we doing? Do I bleed all New England teams? No, I strictly bleed red. I really, it's just the Red Sox. Like I watch other sports when the Red Sox aren't on, but if the Red Sox are on, it's priority. Does Giolito have 4 strikeouts or 5 strikeouts for the first 3 innings? Bleeding red's a good sign. That's what I'm told. How many strikeouts does Giolito have? I'm so bad at checking strikeouts throughout this. Okay, hold on. Red Sox. Giolito's got 3 through 3 innings, folks. 1 hit. Over Quan. Quan's been having a good season all season long. I think Rafaela should have been in there though. You know what happened to Brandon Neely? I actually don't. All I saw was he was on the 10-day IL, and that was kind of it. It's forearm stiffness. Began the 2025 season on a 60-day IL with forearm stiffness. That's it. Yeah, J-Rod being chosen is kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. Thoughts on Lucas? Because if he goes 5 innings per game for the rest of the season, he'll be at 136 in the club option. If he starts pitching like this, or if he keeps pitching like this, pick up the club option. You know what I mean? Kyle Teal's kind of tearing it up. I've heard Ozuna's name a lot. I don't like the idea of picking up Ozuna. There's just nowhere to play him. What up, Mr. Prodigy? How you been, man? J-Rom's been injured. He looked promising today playing. 5 innings, 1 earned, 7 Ks, hit 101 on the gun. What's up, Cheryl? You in Cape Cod with the boys? That's sick. Do I think Franklin Arias gets traded? No, not right now. What do I think a package looks like for Joe Ryan? We are going to be talking about that Friday. I hope Giolito pitches like this for the rest of the season. Dude, if Giolito pitches like this for the rest of the season, the Red Sox going to be a good spot. Yeah, I saw that, Lawson. Peyton Tolley taking over the 3 spot's kind of crazy. over Arias is kind of nuts. I mean, his stock is rising so fast. Peyton Tolle. Like his stock is ridiculous. Roman Anthony just sizzled that baseball over there. You could hear it. Bring me back in the lineup Friday. Sounds like it's going to be this weekend. Sounds like it's either going to be Saturday or Sunday. Who I think's going to win the Cy Young? Probably Scooble, dude. He looks ridiculous. Although I think Crochet give him a run for his money. If this All-Star break helps him out a little bit. I need to play Giolito and MLB The Show. Why? Man, another double play. That's what, 2 or 3 now? Or 2 weeks ago, I was thinking we're sellers. Listen, in all fairness, I sat here 2 weeks ago, or what? This will be the 3rd series, so 3 series ago, and I said, I'm just along for the ride, right? I don't know what they're going to look like. I'm done trying to figure out if they're buyers or sellers. They're just going to do what they do. Nah, it's going to be before now, Sportsman. Would I trade Story in the offseason? I don't know if you can trade Story in the offseason yet. Jessa, I truly, I'm going to be totally honest with you. I could not care less about this argument. If you said the wrong thing or typed it wrong, okay, fine. We'll just move on. Not a huge fan of Breslow yelling from the mountaintops they're buying. Yeah, I agree. I don't love it either. No, he's an option. Not a buyout, an option. So he can choose whether or not. Is Harrison progressing at all? I don't really, to be honest with you, 70, like statistically, no. I don't know what's going on behind the scenes. I don't have enough information on like the actual analytics itself, right? Because I don't think they're looking at, whether or not he gave up 3 homers or whatever. I think they're looking at pitch shapes and grips and stuff like that. Defaming you? Okay. I'll talk to you later, Jesta. Defaming you, Jesta. All I did was read your own message. That's all I did was read your own message, brother. All I did, chat. All I did to this guy was just read his own message out loud, and then he got mad, so I reread that message. And now he's saying I'm defaming him. 28 months from Prodigy. Give us a class to chat for Prodigy for being here. You gave me a chance and I failed? Oh, no, dude. Chat. Stream's over. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for coming out, everybody. Jesta called me a loser. It's over. It's over. I appreciate you guys being here. I'll see you guys in the red seats. Prodigy's 28-month message, though, was, bro, I forgot the internal heart attacks that happened throughout this point of the season. Yeah, dude. This entire month is just stressful, especially when you're a team like the Red Sox who are just kind of like in the middle here. You know what I mean? I feel like we're always in the middle. Yeah, true. Do the Red Sox keep Abreu or Durant? I genuinely have no answer for you. I don't have any. I'm such a defamer. Who do I have winning the AL East? Dude, I don't know. Honestly, I kind of do the way the Blue Jays are playing right now. But also at the same time, it's like they're, the underlying metrics of the Blue Jays It's not fantastic. I don't know. I genuinely, I think at some point this division could be wide open. Story's looking like himself in 2019. Yeah, dude, Story look genuinely is the best I've seen Story look since Colorado. What's up, Kevin? Hey, man, it's good to see you too. Thanks for stopping by. You confused how the Blue Jays stay winning? I do expect them to return to earth. Yeah. I sit there a little bit, and it's like, they have, I don't know, they have the talent. It's just like the underlying metrics and the way they've been playing it hasn't been incredible. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, no. That, by the way, that was not me saying I think the Red Sox are taking the division. What's up, George? Do I think Rafael is really all-star worthy? I mean, yeah, if we're just going by overall like performance as a whole, right? One thing that irks me about the all-star voting is they only put what? They put like home runs, RBIs, average, and OPS. And that's great. And there are players who are incredible offensively, but what about the guys who do it defensively and are like a league average to above league average offense? That's still one of the most valuable players in the sport. I took my wife on a random stat the other night when Gonzalez hit the longest home run of the season. I told the Red Seats 502 feet away. Yeah, isn't it? Yeah, it is 502 feet away. Think Aaron Boone's out? No, I don't think they'll get away from him. All-Star's a bum award anyway. Dude, the problem with us saying that versus the players saying that, like, it means so much more to the players. One, for the recognition, but two, they get paid more, right? You bring an all-star season into arbitration, all of a sudden, it's a big difference, right? And I think that's important to remember. A lot of these guys have all-star, a lot of these guys have all-star, what's the word? What's the word in a contract? Not multiplier, increasers in their contract, right? You make an all-star team, you make more money. That's how Romy's playing right now. He's a god. I don't know what he's doing, but he's a god. They remove the fan vote, make it AP press only. Honestly, wouldn't hate it. Incentive clause. That's it, Dennis. Thank you. Yeah, I was looking for incentives. Thank you, guys. I was looking for the word incentives. Nine Dodgers. I mean, usually the best teams in both leagues have a lot of representatives, right? The Tigers right now have what, 4 or 5 guys going, which makes sense. Boy, am I glad I don't manage this team. Tim, you know how many times a year I say that, or someone tells me that? Yeah, man. Being the GM of a baseball team might be one of the hardest jobs in sports. Do I think Mitch Keller would be a nice fit for Boston? I don't know, to be honest with you. He's got, what, 1 year left? Right? I think it's 1 year left on his deal. It might be a couple years. He's been sort of a back-end-ish pitcher, right? You kind of have a couple of those guys. Thoughts on Jarren Duran for Dylan Cease? If I'm trading Duran, I want at least something controllable back. You know what I mean? Like, there needs to be something else with Dylan Cease there. Because you're probably not extending Dylan Cease. How many pitches was Bayo at yesterday? What was it, Chad? Like 107. I think a guy got elected to the All-Star game, and that was the only one, but then got traded before the actual game. Then that team had nobody represent him. I might be making that up. Yeah, I don't remember that. They're pretty good about replacing people. Kendrys Morales. Yeah, the other problem with All-Star games is it's dead middle of the season, right? It makes sense, the only place to put it, but like, there are times where All-Stars, you look at them at the end of the year and you're like, this guy was an All-Star? The other thing that kind of irks me about the All-Star game is now every team has to have a representative. And I know why he did it. Or I know why MLB did it, right? It makes sense from a marketing perspective, but like the Rockies don't have anyone who's an All-Star level player. Let's be honest. Our top three needs for the deadline are right now. But I would actually say bullpen's number one at the moment. Getting another high leverage reliever into this bullpen would do wonders. Then I would probably say, if you get it a number two, would be great. And then I guess three would be a first baseman, but I don't really think like a first baseman would kind of be like if you can get it, great. If not, I think Toro and Romy will be fine. And I am kind of wow, they got him at the plate. Let's go. They got him at the plate. What a play. A beautiful relay. Duran with the cannon. Story turns around and just knucks it, and it's right there, dude. Woo. Love it. The Rockies are not your dad's Rockies? Yeah, true. I'm behind. Dude, I'm either ahead or behind you guys. There's no winning. You know what I mean? We know McMahon's only there for Vince McMahon. Could we include Bernardino in a trade package for a starter? No, probably not. I don't know that Bernardino's very valuable, to be honest with you. Like he's a solid bullpen piece, and yeah, bullpen pieces have value at the deadlines for sure. I don't know that you could sit there and say that he was. Yeah, I don't know. You would have to include some pretty big prospects or another big piece in it. I think he'd be kind of like a forgotten name, you know? How bad the Yankees have been? Yeah, it's been incredible. It's been incredible. Yeah, it's certainly not the Rockies anymore, Dennis. Imagine if Breslow was bold, we will trade Duran and some big prospects for Mackenzie Gore. Mackenzie Gore would be sick. It was my favorite career non-Red Sox, like someone who never played on the Red Sox. Man, Tim Lincecum. Thank you so much for subscribing to the channel, Joey. I appreciate you. I thought Doyle was about to miss that. Moss is taking reps at first base. He isn't actually taking any reps at first base. He's just sort of practicing with a first base glove before games. I don't really know what to make of that, to be honest with you. Like I like seeing Moss at first base would be kind of brutal. Brian Wilson. Brian Wilson's another guy where you sat there and you're like, man, what a dog. Whatever happened to Brian Wilson? Had a baby, Narvaez. That's going to be 2, right? There's 1. And there's 2. Will that be the shortest first baseman ever? That's a great question. That's a genuinely great question. I would have to imagine it's probably pretty close, right? You just don't see shortest MLB first baseman. Pablo Sandoval. Pablo Sandoval was 5'10". That's your answer. And Moss is 2 inches shorter than that guy. Josh Hamilton's forgotten baseball god. Narvaez, what are we doing? What was that, dude? Oh, it was a balk? Wow, it was a balk. Let's go. 5'10" seems tall for an all-time shortness record. I mean, dude, it just like up until a while ago, it's just sort of like I'm so bad at figuring out what balks are. Like I'm terrible at it. Where in there was the balk? Can they even challenge that? I don't think they can challenge that. But where he moved his front leg first. Oh. Surely there was a guy who was like 5'7". I mean, there was a guy who was like 3'7", who played an inning at first base one time, right? But that doesn't really count. Like we can't say that counts as a. Okay, all right. The shortest first baseman was in 1901. He was 5'7". Masataka Yoshida ground ball singles are back, baby. Masataka Yoshida ground ball singles are back. Let's go. Incredible. How tall is... When he steps off, his front leg moves to first. That can't happen. Oh, okay, John. Yeah, I'm so bad. Like, I understand what a balk is in theory. I'm just so bad at, like, Masa ties Wong and RBIs. True. That's awesome, Slow. Wong has 1 RBI on a sacrifice fly. What is he, 0 for 27? 0 for 30? Masa's like 5'6". I stood next to him. Yeah, dude, Masa's definitely not 5'8". I mean, again, look at him when they pan over to him at first base. Look at him. Look at how much shorter he is than the first baseman. Joe, let's not put that out there. We're on a what, Chad? 3 or 4 game losing streak. I will say Wong has done a really good job catching Brian Bayo this year. That's it. Romeo would be an all-star if you're still in the Red Sox. Yeah, true. I simply refuse to believe that Masataka Yoshida is 5'8". Is Giolito's contract done at the end of the season? If he does what, chat? 140 innings, the Red Sox have a club option on him. There's a hard hit from Marcelo. Let's go. Let's go. Every single time. Dude, I'm telling you, it's the best part about him coming back. Listen, if this is another thing, add it to the list. How many things are we doing if I go full time? If I go full time as a YouTuber on Red Sea Radio, I will make a video of me running exactly like Masataka Yoshida. Chances of Masataka Yoshida maintaining his 1,000 average to the end of the season? High, dude. Do I think one catcher is better than the other defensively? Yeah, Narvaez is significantly better. Need that Corbin combine? Fine. I will do an entire skills combine if I go full time on YouTube. Yeah, I have a lot of fun watching Masa. Oh, thanks, Cosmic. I appreciate it. Masa's running his textbook. I'm going to pull every muscle in my body. Hey, you don't know what kind of athleticism I am. I lost a 10-leg parlay to win. That sucks. I just put $10 on a Masataka Yoshida home run, by the way. It's 10 to win $750. Let's go. Jesus, slow. Hamilton's on base percentage 219. Yeah, Buddy doesn't take many walks, which is interesting because you would think a guy with his speed would want to only walk, you know? Legs are too short for his body? No, dude. I think it's the opposite. Straight to Kansas and darts. The Rhode Island special. That's what I'm saying, 70. Like you would think a guy with his speed would want to just get on first base as soon as humanly possible because it's immediately a double. NFL, NBA. I mean, it's the Celtics and the Patriots. I'm more so, kind of interestingly, I used to be a big Patriots fan. I just sort of, I don't know. After Brady left, I was like, yeah, I just saw the greatest generational run of any football team potentially ever. I'm good. Oh my God. I thought we were making fun of Hamilton for him to just go yard on us. Yeah, I saw that. It is sad stuff, Christian. Pats this year are going to be good. I'll probably, I mean, obviously I tune into football on Sundays sometimes, right? I just like, there is sometimes nothing better than just legitimately like eating a bowl of chili, drinking an Oktoberfest, and watching Sunday night football. I mean, genuinely. Where's that rally cat? She had a long day today. So here's what happens, Nick. This is going to sound super dumb of me, but she gets up with us at like, I don't know, I get up at like 6:45-ish. Depends on whether or not I have to record and edit or if I just have to edit. But usually it's like 6:45, 7. And then she gets up with me, and then until like, I don't know, 10 o'clock, she's up and doing stuff. And then she goes to bed until like 3, and then she wakes up. Today, she was up the entire day, and then she went to bed at 3. So we're going to have a problem. Peyton Tolle, end of the year. You can hear her. Could have done Blue and Silver Sea Radio to cover the Pats. Nah, dude. It was always going to be Red Sox. It was always going to be Red Sox. Most New England thing ever said. It's true, though, right? A bowl of chili with a little bit of cheddar cheese on top of that bad boy. A nice ice cold Oktoberfest. And I'm not talking Sam Adams Oktoberfest, which is great, by the way. I do like Sam Adams Oktoberfest. I'm talking like like a Jack's Abbey Oktoberfest. This is how New England I'm getting. Jack's Abbey Oktoberfest. Watching Sunday Night Football. Tell me you don't want that right now. Tell me you don't want that right now. Even better, I'll one-up it. Ready? A bowl of chili, 3 Oktoberfest beers, and the Red Sox playing in a wild card series. Tell me you don't want that. You're lying if you say you don't want that. And it's always with beans, dude. Always with beans. What's up, Ethan? Thanks for stopping by. That's what I'm saying. Sprinkle a little bit of cheddar cheese on that bad boy. Whoo. Man, we are having ourselves an afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Get it right, the World Series? Okay, fine. Yeah, we'll go World Series. 3. Okay. All right, fine. We'll revise it. Ready? A bowl of homemade chili. Hold on. Ready? A bowl of homemade chili. Surrounding the bowl are good tortilla chips. I'm not talking Tostitos. I'm talking, I don't know any brands. Siete. Tortilla chips surrounding the bowl. A whole bunch of cheddar cheese on top of that. But then you stick it in the oven and it melts. So it's like bubbly cheddar cheese on top of your chili, right? You plop that down on the table. You click on Fox. The Red Sox are playing in the ALCS. You go, boy, I'm thirsty. There's a lot of sodium in this. I'm going to walk to my fridge. I'm going to get myself an ice cold Oktoberfest. And I'm going to watch the Red Sox take on who doesn't matter. They're in the ALCS. Although I will say this. I can't really eat when the Red Sox are in the playoffs. I don't eat when I'm watching. Anyone could, yeah, dude. I mean, they're just clearly not. Now you're hungry again. I mean, dude, just think about it. You're in like a Red Sox, not cardigan, but you're in a Red Sox sweater, right? You're just sitting there. You're all cozy. Atta baby, Gio. That's 2 on the inning, huh? Yeah, I know, Indy. I was just thinking that. What happened to hot sauce? Yeah, put a little hot sauce on the chili. Why not? It's your chili, Cosmic. You do what you want with it. You just got back. Wait. This is gonna. Now I'm gonna keep going because now I'm hungry and it's all I can think about. Okay, on top of the chili, right? You already had that for lunch, but you went out and you got some apple cider donuts. So now you had a couple of those hot apple cider donuts at the orchard, right? And you brought like 12 back, and you're ready. You're lined up, right? Just a box of donuts is beside you. You got the chili, the chips, the cheddar, the hot sauce. You got a 4-pack, 6-pack, whatever your heart desires right next to you. Whoo. Ladies and gentlemen, I could go for a bite. I could go for a bite right now. I could go for 1,000 bites, actually. All right. Let me throw another hypothetical at you. Corbin cooking radio, dude. I might have to. Oh my God, it's all I can think about right now. Hamburger or hot dog? In what situation, though? In what situation are we doing it? Because I think it depends. And the last year just gave me diabetes, dude. Cooking with Corbin? Yeah. When I'm at a cookout or a barbecue, whatever you want to call it, I get a little bit of both. I hear the call of paramedics. Guys, come on. You're not sitting there saying that wouldn't slap. Chili and cider, dude. Chili and cider. Trade Jaron Duran for Justin Verlander? No, God, no. No, God, no. Man, that baseball was kind of crush, huh? Whew. Will Bray, you got to that. How much ground do you think he covered there? $3K strikeout pitcher on your team. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm going to pass on this one, though. Great guy. Didn't know Duran was pitching. This happens every single stream. Someone says it. What does that even mean, Hollow? What does it even mean? A Red Sea Radio cookbook? Dude. Penny a la vodka. It would just be like fall meals. Can't wait for Moss on the bump. This is ridiculous. They score like what, 10 runs a game. We get on stream. They don't do anything. Come on. Ever had cinnamon rolls with your chili? I swear it's good. No. You know what's kind of good? I had relatives in Minnesota when I was growing up. Minnesota. And they would make their chili with molasses. And it was pretty good, dude. Like the little sweet, spicy, savory. I mess with it. And I don't know if that's a true Midwest thing or if that's, I don't know. About lobster bisque. I mess with lobster bisque, but not on like a football Sunday or like a ALCS. I'm watching the playoffs type. How did this become so? Where did we get onto chili from? You know what, Indy? That's a great point. $1 million listing? What is that? You asked about football and that's where we went? Man. Chat, take away my right to live stream, dude. We have the dumbest conversations on here. I swear to God. I'm going to say it. I don't love clam chowder. Welcome to Corbin's old-fashioned Tex-Mex live stream featuring occasional baseball. Yeah, once in a while we'll acknowledge there's a baseball game going on, but if you're here, we're talking food. Bad take. I don't mind it. Like, I will eat clam chowder, no problem. Like, it's solid, but I'm not like going out of my way to get clam chowder. My girlfriend loves it. Roman Anthony with a base hit. Ladies and gentlemen, this kid is on fire. Was he really? I might need to watch that, yeah. Sorry, clam chowder. What about bratwurst? Big fan of bratwurst. I'm a big brats guy. Rather have corn chowder? My grandmother made a fantastic corn chowder. Thoughts on banana ball? I'd rather not. Do I even like lobster rolls? I love lobster rolls. Do I like Fenway Franks? Yes, dude. Every time I'm there, I have at least one. Sometimes 2 or 3, depending on how the game's going, you know? Sometimes when I'm having a bad Fenway experience, I have like 2 or 3 hot dogs. I'm a cold lobster roll guy, though. Food seat radio. Salty seat radio. Oh, no, that sounds kind of gross, doesn't it? The right way or the Connecticut way? I don't know. Whatever the way is cold. Whatever way is cold, that's the way I like it. Yeah. Hold on, chat. Got to go be the man of the house. Oh my. I can't open it. No. I should have put myself on Be Right Back. I didn't. They're just watching all of this. There we go.
Did you get it?
I got it.
Okay, thanks.
Oh, Rally Cat's coming in. Give me Rally Cat. Ugh. Yeah, that was dumb. I should have never done it on camera. When I has to come over. Yeah, that was an embarrassing moment. We're just not going to talk about that one. We're just not going to talk about it. Was that hot sauce? No, it was apple cider vinegar. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. Now Rally Cat needs to get out. Hold on. Go ahead. Man, Rally Cat used to want to spend the entire time in here with me. Now she doesn't, dude. What did I do? Maybe it's all the yelling. Maybe it's all the yelling to you guys. Hey, that was a big jar, chat. That wasn't just a normal. That wasn't a normal bottle. You know what I mean? That was a big bar. That was a big bottle. Probably the light. Yeah, dude. It was the wind. You know what I mean? Yeah, it was a plastic bottle. Use a towel like a normal man. I used my shirt. Willier Abreu. Please, Willier. Let's see a Willier 2-run ding-dong, huh? That'd make this stream a bit more interesting. Where did that hit the zone, ladies and gentlemen? Where did that hit the zone? That one's on a strike, though. You drink a teaspoon of that vinegar every morning? That cannot. Apple cider vinegar cannot be good for you that way, right? It cannot be. Mike, excuse me? Is it a home run? Chat, is it a home run? Don't tell me. Don't tell me. I want to know. Was it a home run? Was it a home run? Did I call it? I am the greatest Red Sox live viewer ever, dude. Wilyer Abreu's the greatest hitter ever. What did I say? I said, chat, we need a 2-run home run to make this thing more interesting. What happened? Wilyer said, I got you, brother. Wilyer said, I got you, brother. I'm going to jinx it. Apparently, I'm not going to jinx it. I am. Who are we trading now? Dude. Who do you trade? Give me that. Wait. We need to do this. We need to do this. We need to do this. Wilyer Abreu. Best Will Fleming call. I can't get my voice. He is such like a deep but loud voice. I can't do it. $30 home runs from Wilyer Abreu is crazy, dude. You've seen too many Bregmans getting traded. Bregman's not getting traded. They actually came out today and basically said Bregman's not getting traded. Those effects. Wait, you don't like the home run celebration, dude? Jerry Remy call. Oh man, dude. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know that I could do that. The only thing I can do from Joe, the only thing I know well enough is I'm not gonna do Joe Castiglione. I'm not gonna do it. Do the Justin Gonzalez bat flip. Are they extending Bregman? They're gonna I would imagine they're trying really hard. Feeling another sweep. Steve. Do we have a moderator in here? Do we have a moderator in here? We need to reverse those vibes. That is an immediate... Steve, I love you, dude. That was an immediate jinx. Yep, there we go. How long did you time him out for, Prodigy? We only need like a 10-second timer. It's just about resetting the vibes here, ladies and gentlemen. That's all we're doing. That's all we're doing. There's no problems with Steve. Steve's the man. I love Steve. Nice for being here, Steve. You guys do moderate me. All you do is moderate me. 3 days? Prodigy, no, dude. He's not getting timed out for 3 days. That's insane. Undo it. I don't know how to undo it. Undo it. Did you actually do it for 3 days? Oh, whew. Steve, are you still here? Steve? Come back, Steve. Guys, Steve may be gone, man. Steve, come back, dude. We miss you. I'm sorry. We just had to reset the vibe. Steve's here. Steve's here, ladies and gentlemen. And just like that, the second Steve O says something in the chat, boom. Automatic ground ball at third base. Oh, 1 out. Okay, what's next? I mean, what's next? that was a quick trigger Prodigy had on Steve there. We're going to have to see how this unfolds, but this may have been a bit longer than anyone was anticipating. You know, sometimes we say that umpires have taken over the game, but tonight I would say that, yeah, they have taken over the game and more. We've got this, Corbin. I believe, Steve. What is an important question? What is the likelihood of trading for Skeens before the trade deadline? 0. The umpires made the game more fun? No. I mean, yes and no. Right, yes and no. Yeah, I don't know that enough, Chief. Who's better, I think, Crochet or Paul? Actually, that's a good question. I don't know. Here's a wild one for you. Okay. Red Sox trade Bayo, Abreu, Blaze, and Meyer, the Pirates, for Paul Skeens. I don't know that gets it done, to be honest with you. Yeah, Dennis, they did show interest in Jared Jones. I don't know. How has Jared Jones been this season? Yeah, the Pirates would start at Anthony, I would imagine. They're never trading him. I bet they trade him at some point. Where's Patrick Sandoval? Injured. Latest we heard is he was throwing bullpens and mixing in breaking balls, or starting to. We haven't heard anything since then. Oof, that was a nasty changeup from Giolito there. Not flexing how rich our owner is, Jack. Gino's making short work of these Rockies. Yeah, dude. Although 85 pitches through 6 is an incredibly short work, or 5 2/3. I don't want to jinx it. It is an incredibly short work, but he's pretty good. Jared Jones is injured. Oh, I did not know that. When did he get injured? He'll be out for a while. Oh, really? What did he do? Jared Jones injury. Oh wow, he got the repair of the UCL. Interesting. That sucks. That was in spring training. He even pitched this year. Okay. Yeah, they do pick. Corbin, do I still want Montgomery? He's a free agent at the end of the year. Jordan Montgomery? Probably not. I'm going to say no. There's not a chance Giolito's getting a complete game today, by the way. He looks gassed. He's already at 90 pitches. I bet he gets... he might get the 7th. Depends on if he can get the out here. Do you think he'll be as good as he was in the Angels? I don't know, man. You think we trade Duran by the end of the week? Nah, no way. Nah, no way. It won't be by the end of the week. No. If they do trade him, it'll be deadline-ish. It'll be deadline-ish for sure, actually. He's at 60 pitches? Brother, it's right on the screen here. It's literally right. It's literally like right there. 89 pitches, 60 strikes. When's the deadline? 31st. Is Walker done? Walker's been decent. Walker has not been decent, dude. Don't know what you're talking about, Cosmic. No idea. No idea. Walker's last start wasn't the worst? True. Tattoo. I've officially decided that the tattoo is gonna come. The tattoo is gonna come when I go full time. Hey, baby Gio, way to fight back. I thought about the tattoo was at what? Was it 10,000 or 5? What was that like? I think it was like 5,000 subs, I think. And I've said this before on stream, right? My biggest, if you were there, you remember I was like, I'll get a tattoo. If I get tattoo, it was either 5 or 10,000. I don't think it was 15,000. I think it was 5 or 10,000. I said I would get one, but I thought about it, and as much as I do want to get it, Red Sea tattoo, and it would be awesome. My biggest fear is that this doesn't work out, right? And I end up looking at that for the rest of my life, just imagining what could have been. That's my biggest fear, right? So if I go full time, at least I'd known I got to a point where I was a full time with this channel or with this just sort of thing in general. It's the latest on Houck's timeline. Well, his 30 day, you can only be in the minor leagues as a pitcher for 30 days. And that's up by the end of next week. Would love to, Nick. If you know any sponsors, let me know. What's up, Assassin? I can still be a big Red Sox fan. True. Wow, Mike. That one hurt, I think. That one hurt, man. That might have been your lowest blow yet. Thanks, Austin. Oh, whoa. I could still be a big Red Sox fan? Yeah, I could, and it would still represent the Red Sox, sure, but you know every time you look at that, you're not thinking about the Red Sox, you think about the channel. So tradable? He might be a bit tradable. I don't know. Bayo's been good the entire year. The only problem with Bayo at the beginning of the year was that he wasn't going deep into games. He was still pitching well. He just wasn't going deep into games. Hold on, Lawson. Let me see what you said. Jorge, thank you so much for becoming a member of this channel. We appreciate you over here. Can we get some claps to the chat for Jorge, please? Thank you so much. We believe in the Corbs. I appreciate that, Lawson. Thanks, man. Hey, you're extremely, extremely generous on this channel, and it means a lot to me, so thank you. Hey, thanks a lot, Sean. I appreciate that. Giolito looks done for the night. Aaron Nola worth trading for? How's he been this year? I haven't really been paying attention. Polished edge. That's a good way to put it, Jack. That's a good way to put it. Crochet, Bayo, Giolito, Dobbins, Fitz sounds good. Nola's, I don't, win-loss record doesn't mean anything to me, but 1-7's rough. 1-7's tough, dude. If we're being honest, buy low on Gallen. I don't know that the Diamondbacks trade Gallen. If we're being honest, his batting average. Is it weird I'm not that big on Fitz? I don't think he'll be that good. If you're saying you don't think he's going to be that good in terms of, he's never going to be a star pitcher in Major League Baseball, no, you're probably right? But I do think saying he won't ever be a solid back end of the rotation type player, I think that is, yeah. No. We were talking about the pitcher, Lawson. That was a fair ball. Wow. Okay. Okay. Yeah, no. We were talking about Aaron Nola. Fitz's ERA has been coming down, that's for sure. I've been watching the game, but I just got here. What's up, Kyle? I'm loving Masa coming back. Yeah, I'm a big fan of it. How's everyone loving Yoshi tonight? I'm a big fan, man. DFA Hamilton. It won't be a DFA. It'll be an option, in my opinion. Look at that. At least 6 innings or 2 earned runs or fewer in each of Giolito's last 6 starts. It's the longest streak of his career. Buddy is on fire right now. I see they got the wave going. My least favorite thing ever at Fenway Park, specifically at Fenway Park, who's faster than Hamilton? No one. On this team, no one. I don't care. Yeah, exactly, pick. So we need him up here. My least favorite take in the world is that the Red Sox need Hamilton to sit on the bench just because he's fast. It drives me crazy. He has done nothing at the plate. He's a solid defender, but you have a solid second baseman defender already, right? The only thing he does superiorly, you guys know what I'm saying, right? Better than Marcelo Meyer is speed. So we're just going to sit him there as coarse as he ropes an RBI single. I hate it here. Okay. He's the Dave Roberts of 2025. You know who else could be the Dave Roberts of 2025? Duran, Cedon, Romy Gonzalez, Roman Anthony, I'm sorry, not Roman Anthony. Willie Abreu could all steal your bags. Even Connor Wong could steal your bag. Trevor Story could steal your bag. And all of them bring more, outside of Wong, to be fair. All of them bring more to the table. That was embarrassing timing. I will say that. Appreciate it, T-Bone. Thank you, man. Hey, thanks for watching every day. That really means a lot to me. Maybe you trade Wong. The only problem with trading Wong is who are you calling up, If the Red Sox miss the playoffs, you think we'll see Tolley? I don't know, dude. I don't think so. I think you see him beginning of next year, maybe. Agree, Mark. Agree. I love his run. It's my favorite thing in the world. When will Harrison get called up? I think it'll be a little bit. Get back the pitcher plus Christian Vasquez. Is Christian Vasquez even on the Twins anymore? I really don't know. He hasn't been playing much this year, right? I am interested. What's interesting to me is people saying I saw the potential with Hamilton a year ago. My thing with Hamilton is he was always kind of gonna be a bench player, right? If he had never been that if he'd never been forced to be a starting shortstop for like all of last year, I think he'd be much more easily cheered for by Red Sox fans. Was I a Jackie Bradley Jr. fan? I was a Jackie Bradley Jr. fan for sure. He's not going to be good next year, most likely. You don't need to have him next year. He's on a 1-year deal. Hamilton's this generation's Brock Holt, the vibes guy. Brock Holt was an all-star, dude. He had, 2 cycles in 2018? He was good. I would say around that, Grant. I'd give him that, yeah. Yeah, I saw Jack Bradley hitting for the Bananas. That was kind of funny. Durant package for Strider's the only Braves trade I want to see. Not a chance. Alcala, huh? Alcala, huh? How's he been with the Sox specifically? 108 ERA with the Red Sox specifically. Huh. So Johnny, I don't know. Was anyone not a Johnny Gomes fan? I think that's a better question. I guess Chris wasn't. Actually, now that I say that, he immediately says Gomes is a mess, so I guess not. Am I running with Cora run to home base this year? I don't run, brother. No, yeah. I don't know that no. I thought you had to be why did I think you had to be a military member to do that? Excuse me, I'm sorry, chat. Until the playoffs lost, and then he was terrible. Oh, so we pitched Weiser in the 8th? Probably high. Kike's 2021 playoffs? Yeah, man, that was a time. Yeah, Doug, they won't be trading anyone in the next 48 hours, I don't think. Oh, it's a ton of money for everyday folks. How much is it to run to home base? Chat, how much is it for me to run to home base? Do I think we'll re-sign Chapman? I don't know, honestly, because I would imagine if I'm Chapman right now and I'm pitching the way I'm pitching, I want a 2-year deal, dude. And I don't know that the Red Sox do that. Look at those pitchers. Huh? Wow, that was a quick inning for Alcala. 7 pitches. Wow. Chapman's getting traded, I thought. I really, to me, it just doesn't make sense. I get it. Hey, thanks for subscribing, Josh. Thanks for being here. I get how valuable Chapman is. I understand it, right? From a baseball perspective, it makes sense. But also from hey, we want to compete. Remember I always go back to 2022, right? When you did not have a closer, you had the most blown saves in Major League Baseball. You just fell apart. I just don't like the idea of not having a guy that you can be like, game on the line, this is who we go to. You know what I mean? Like it drives me crazy thinking about that. Who are you going to go to every day? I appreciate that, CG. Sorry. I appreciate that, CG. And I appreciate you watching too, man. That means a lot to me. My game stream just froze, chat. No, Steve. Hey, chat, do we have a moderator in here? Steve. Don't do this to me. Go to Zach Kelly. But this is what I mean, right? You're going to end up in situations where Zach Kelly's going to have to do it. All right, no moderators in here. I do it myself. Oh, nope, we got it. Wait, you guys both did it? Steve, buddy. Can't believe we campaigned for Steve back. I'm curious about Kyle Harrison joining 4th and 5th starter battle between Fitz. Harrison is strong. Yeah, I'm interested to see what it looks like. I would imagine he gets some consideration towards the end of the year. They're clearly like reworking a lot. The man's a liability. Hey, man, I believe in Steve. I believe in Steve. Get back in here, Steve. Steve types in this chat. Steve types in this chat, Roman Anthony's going yard here. Watch it for a while, do great. Hey, man, Josh, I really appreciate that. It's really kind of you. Thank you. No, we're not trading Steve. We need Steve back here. Steve, buddy, we need a Roman Anthony homer here, dude. I have no idea, La. Steve! Oh, Steve's here. All right, Steve's here. Roman Anthony, 450. Watch this. The Cubs series decides their season? Nah. The three series after you get back from the All-Star break probably do, though. All right, Steve's back. Watch this absolute cruise missile. It was a cruise missile. I wasn't wrong. I should have specified where it was landing. That's my fault. It's my fault. I apologize. Does LeMahieu get claimed? Probably. I mean, yeah, maybe. Hunter Dobbins is Steve? Why? What up, Rusties? Welcome in. We're having a good time tonight. They signed Candelario. The Yankees are panicking. I love it. The Yankees are panicking, dude. Is it Candelario or Candelario? Story going yard. Boy, it sure would be nice if Trevor Story put one into the monster, huh? Where Veritek knocks Aaron Boone out. You think if the Red Sox and Yankees fought, Tech would get into it? I don't know. Do the Yankees choke this game and the Sox win this one? You know what I mean? I think Candelario. Oh boy. Mike's just in here saying candelabra. Do I live in Red Sox country? Yeah, I would say so. I'm about 25 minutes from Fenway. Did the game start first or did the Red Sox? Did that game start first or did the Red Sox game start first? I would assume probably about the same time. Do we want the Yankees to win? I mean, they're playing the Mariners. Realistically, it doesn't matter as long as the Rays lose, right? If the Rays lose tonight, we're gonna be tied with them, I think, and wins. That a baby Story just pulled that ball. That was crazy. He just sort of guided it into a double. Let's go. Heimer, it's definitely yeah, it's definitely Heimer Candelario. Right? Heimer Candelario? It's not Jeimer Candelario, is it? It can't be. But you know what we need? We need a website where you can go to and just type in a player's name and they just say it to you. You know what I mean? Like you need to just be like MLBpronunciation.com. And all it is it's just every player saying their name. Oh, did the Rays win today? I thought they were at 49 this morning. Oh no, the Rays don't play today. What was I looking at where I thought Tigers choked? What are we doing, Tigers? Hey, Blue Jays lost to the White Sox. That's kind of funny. Not really funny considering we lost hard to the White Sox. Yeah. So the Rays won today. That sucks. Because if the Rays had lost today, we would have been tied for third place. Yeah, I'm honestly just kind of hoping for a series split against the Rays. Like that's ultimately that would be a win to me. What are the Tigers on pace to win this year? They went on not 95. Not a Patriots fan? Yeah, I consider myself a Patriots fan. I don't really totally pay attention though. Man, Sadon's cookie looks gas. The Rays series is home. Listen, you take 2 out of 2 of those games, right? Or you take 2 out of 4 of those games. You go into the break, 4 games above 500 potentially? Pats have been good this year. You know what? I'm officially becoming a diehard Patriots fan. Once the Red Sox season's fully over, I'm going to become a diehard Patriots fan. You guys are never going to hear from me in the offseason. I'm going to be watching Patriots games. I'm not even going to make videos about the Red Sox. I'm going to be so locked into the Patriots. You're going to be like, where's Red Seat? I'm going to be locked in with my chili and my Oktoberfest. Blue Sea Radio. Silver Sea Radio. What do they got? Silver, blue seats, right? Back to the chili. Brother, everything in my life comes back to chili. True, Nick. Patriot Seat Radio. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I could do a. Gotta get more jerseys. I need to get a Red Sox Green City Connect jersey. I just can't find any. Nah, I caught it. I think the Celtics are still gonna be good. Like I genuinely think they're still a playoff team. We'll see what they do the rest of the offseason here though. Cora's going to be at July watching Coldplay. Dude, my fiance wants to go to Coldplay, so we're going to Coldplay. Maybe I'll meet up with Cora. Maybe me and Cora, maybe I'll buy Cora a nice cold Miller Lite, and we'll have a conversation. Maybe I'll say, Alex, I've defended you. Oh, baby. You guys ready for this? Isaiah Campbell. Here we go. Make him some chili. Oh, true, dude. What if I just make him chili? What if, you think Gillette would let me bring chili to a Coldplay concert? You think if I walked into Gillette Stadium with a giant pot of chili like Kevin and was like, listen, I'm just doing this for a bit, that they'd let me in? This the new dude? Yeah. Yeah. This is smart by the Red Sox, though. Again, we've talked about this before, right? He gives up 2 runs here. Okay, you're still up by 3. You get into the 9th inning. You give it to, Wilson or whoever, and hopefully lock your door. I'm sorry, CG. I'm sorry. This is a trick, CG. Pause me for a bit, and then play me again, and I'll be right on track with you. Campbell's awesome. Yeah, Eric, you're a big Campbell guy. Steve! Moderators. We're just letting this guy loose like that? Whoa. We're just letting that slide in here? Not in my chat, buddy. Get him. Sick him. My moderators are rebelling against me, chat. I got no power here. I got no power. So now we're just going to let this out into the universe. Oh, Lord. Prodigy's in here too. He's just letting this run buck wild. I have no power over my own chat. This is crazy. If it goes south, 1,000-year ban. You know what? Yep. Move over, Corbin. True. Robbie, Prodigy, you guys just want to do this? You guys just want the gig here? Come on over. Also, Marcel Meyer, smooth as butter. Just smooth as butter. That was ridiculous. Just casually running into fair territory, purposely skipping it. You know what, Mark? I agree. And you know what's crazy is we sat there, I don't know, a month ago, and said the exact opposite, man. You know, that like we all sat there and was like, what is this rotation going to look like? Like we were nervous about it. But here we are. And it's genuinely, it's a testament. You know, as much as we've had conversation about Bailey and Pete Fatsi this year, They need credit. You know what I mean? They do need credit right now with the changes in approach that we talked about with the hitting. You know, that's part of it's Fatsy, and he deserves his time in the sun for that a bit. You know, with Bailey, we talked about, right? Fixing Giolito, that's not an easy thing to do. Yeah, Marcelo Myers is a silky name, dude. Myers, imagine after trading Rafael Devers, they say, yeah, we're just gonna Myers stay at third, Bregman to go on his. Steven. Steven. No. Don't ban him yet. He needs to face his music. Where is he? I'm looking for you, Steve. I'm going to find you. Listen, I just want to have a conversation. True. Rally Cat came in. They scored, what, 3 runs? And now Rally Cat's gone? Agreed, Mark. Agreed. Can't believe we gave this dude 68 mil. Who do you think is pitching right now, Jess? I will say if he gets out of this inning only scoring 2 runs, I'm okay with it. It's raining right now? I can't tell. My 4K stream is unbelievably blurry. Okay, we're good. I'm all right. I breathed a bit. We're okay. What up, Emmett? Where's Dobbins? He'll be back Friday. He'll be back Friday. Broadcast shutdown? Man, that's crazy. Yeah, so it's looking like it's going to be wow, I have so much cat hair on my keyboard. That's crazy, dude. Look at how much cat hair I had on my keyboard. Don't make fun of me, Chad. My cat was just up here, okay? And I haven't noticed. I clean my keyboard. I do, I swear to God. Look at all that hair, dude. Yeah, it's looking like the pitching probables are going to be, so Buehler tomorrow, which is terrifying. Eric. Whoa. Buehler tomorrow, terrifying. Dobbins, Crochet. Am I off? No, who'd be tomorrow? No, it's right, isn't it? Giolito, Buehler, Dobbins, Crochet, Bayo. Is that right? I'm looking it up. That's right. There was a pitching. Someone said something about pitching probables. I remember they had someone tweeted it out. I'm looking. I gotta go back a bit though. Hold on, chat. I'm gonna get the answer. Don't worry, I'll get the answer. Oh, here it is. Okay, so yeah, tomorrow's Walker. Friday's most likely Dobbins, Crochet, and then Bayo to end it out. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Mark, I'll tell you this. You're the third or fourth person to say that in my chat, and I have agreed every single time. Yes. Watching Masa run just makes me happy. I don't know. What up, Mr. East of Boston? I don't think Bregman will do in his first few games. I think he'll be a little bit behind the 8 ball. A little bit. Which is fine, right? I don't expect him to come back and, slug the way he slugged. Oh, keep an eye out for you, Mr. East. Keep an eye out for you. I should make a Tom Cruise graphic. I should, shouldn't I? Yeah, Joe, it's been crazy. Do I think Costas gets another chance? If I were the Red Sox, I would give him another chance. Breslow sure not talking like he's getting another chance. Masa, 3 for 4? Masa, 3 for 4 with a double? Let's go. Wow. Wow. Look at him go, dude. Look at that run. Just perfect. Just perfection, dude. Just a perfect run. Oh, yeah. It's kind of pouring there, huh? Dude, look at this guy in the Marchand jersey who knew he was going to be on TV and turned around for it. I love it. Rafi or Bregman, that choice has already been made, guys. It's already been made. Robumps in the All-Star game? Yeah, not really. Just the ABS system. Buddy saw the ball coming at him and just turned around. Kind of awesome. I agree with you, Kyle. I've always wanted a Masa jersey. I don't know. I figured you did, Lawson. I figured you did. But like when we call it robo-umps, people just assume like it's just straight robotic umpire, right? What'd I give up to get Joe Ryan? Tune in Friday. It's gonna have to be a lot, Shane. It's not gonna be easy to get him here. Maybe Masa for the green jersey. I've been wanting a Marcelo Meyer or Roman Anthony green jersey, and they just aren't selling them. Why? Did Romy just go yard? Romy Gonzalez again. He's unstoppable. He's a mean, lean home run hitting machine. It's all he does. Hit me with it, Apple. Hit me with it, Apple. For the love of God. What am I missing? Is it doing it? I tried to sneak attack it, Chad. I don't think it's going to work. No. Well, the dead stare. Normally we've got a light show. Come on. Do the light show for me. Marcelo now. Marcelo with a 2 for 4 game. I still don't love that Devers got traded, but I will say it is much easier to digest now. And I think the more that's come out, it's gotten a little bit easier to digest for sure. I don't know, Jess, honestly. Tilt my hands forward a bit. Let's see. Dude brought a glove and dropped the ball. Yikes. Cosmic, I have no idea what you're talking about. I've never once wanted to dye my hair. Does Campbell come back for the 9th? Honestly, at this point, maybe. They even play the 9th? I should like PCA. Guys, you understand I'm getting married in like a year? I cannot dye my hair. Come on, show me the replay. I want the replay. How's Devers doing on the Giants? Not great. They don't technically have to play the 9th. No, Indy. Actually, if they were to say the game, they can call the game now. Did you know that? Has Jess warmed up to the live stream wedding yet? She said if you guys donate the cost of the wedding, we can live stream it. Dang it, I screwed up my tweet chat. Now I got to do it again. The Crown Prince of Boston goes deep into the night again. Get it? Because it's a Dark Knight reference? No? Who do you play after Colorado? The Rays. Isn't it too late to change your mind? Donate to the 50-50 raffle. I mean, over the life of the channel, if we hit the mark. Yeah, actually, probably. And called the season. Imagine they're like, listen, guys, the weather's not looking great in Colorado for the rest of the year. We're just going to take this. Oh, baby. Jarren Duran, the clobber machine. When did this happen? When did Jarren Duran learn how to hit homers like this? This is a problem. This is a problem. What are we going to do? What are they going to do with all these homers? What are we going to do with all these homers, dude? This stream alone, we have said that settles it. Willier stays in Boston. That settles it. Duran stays in Boston. My God. This is ridiculous. They're just hitting home runs after home runs. Campbell's definitely back out for the 9th. Brother, if they put Chapman into this game, we got an issue. We got ourselves an issue. Vibes have never been higher. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling so good. I'm not even trying. I'm not even trying to do the. Come on, one time. I thought that was going to be it. Why is Duran with an accent? There we go. What does Duran make a year? Uh, 5 mil? I thought it was 6. Have I considered hiring the laser guy who does the show for Pink Floyd? Hey, Roger Waters, listen, like, I know you like this guy, but he's got to come over and do these live streams with me, or we got a problem. Which outfield we traded now? Are they going to trade any outfielder? I don't know. Does Duran have any sponsors? Yeah, I think the Bruce Bolt, his batting glove sponsor him. And now Roman Anthony now has a 2-hit game. Does everyone on this roster have at least 2 hits? Except for Trevor? Did we all just see that, or did I just see that? We saw it? Okay, I'm glad. Dude. I started to worry it was just me. I was sitting here being like, oh my God. Am I going to have to live with this the rest of my life knowing I'm the only one that just saw Durant's celebration for that Roman Anthony hit? I would show you guys, but I don't want to get demonetized. Dude, Trevor Story's up there right now, swinging like he wants to get back and play some cards. Durant's that type of man. Story, Abreu, Gonzalez, and Hamilton only have 1 hit each so far. Well, Story's about to change that up, brother. Watch this ball get hit. 87,000 feet. Trevor Story's going to hit this so hard, the International Space Station's going to have to pick it up. They're going to be like, dude, it's going to burn up in the atmosphere. That's how far this Trevor Story home run's going to go. We need a safe for work description. Dang it. My safe for work description is Buddy took the bag of popcorn, ripped it open this way, and then it was all falling out, so he had to catch it in his mouth like this. Like that. Yeah, true, Lawson. Look at this poor Rockies fan, man. Look at this poor Rockies fan. This guy's been through it all. No, they played him last year, I think. Owen. Padres want Durant so bad. I can imagine, dude. He's like a perfect fit for their team right now. Yeah, Buddy was like, I can't wait to see my favorite team play in the most historic ballpark in America. Sorry, brother. Who jinxed and said there were no outs? Oh, right, Indy. Good point. Want an overpay for the Padres would be? I don't know that they have anything that would genuinely make me be like, Kyle. This is strike number 2, man. Wait, this is strike number 2, man. Yeah, Durant hit a tank again. I just don't know. I just don't know what a package for Durant would even look like. What'd you do? You said, hey. There's no outs in the inning. And then boom, immediately 3 outs. Right, exactly. I don't want any prospects for Durant. If you're actually going to trade Durant, I want impact on this big league team immediately. That's what I think. Or is that 2 strikes in itself? I thought that was 2 strikes in itself. You know what? We'll leave it up to chat. Chat. Kyle jinxed that crazy good inning. Saying, hey, there's no outs. Look at that. There's no outs. And then immediately there were 3 outs. How many strikes should that be? I said 2. We're debating 1. Thoughts? What about Seth Lugo? I actually wouldn't mind Seth Lugo. I don't know what a package would look like for Lugo, honestly. Where are the Royals in standings here? If Tanner is fully coming back, what does this team truly need? Bullpen arms. If Houck comes back and is the player that you think he's capable of, you need bullpen arms. But if not, the problem with, I don't know if you guys can see that. I don't want to get rid of the game stream, but the problem with the AL right now and looking for an AL trade partner is you look around like at these teams like the Kansas City Royals and even the Angels and the Minnesota Twins, right? They're only 4 games out of a playoff spot. Is that enough to go into full sell modes? I don't know, man. I really don't know. This is what Campbell is for. Yeah, this is what Campbell was made for, dude. And this is what I talked about in our video about him, right? He's never going to be a great pitcher in Major League Baseball. So, hey, why don't we just have this guy come out here and eat some innings for us instead of using actual bullpen arms? These guys can rest and get really rested leading up to the All-Star break and be perfect. Shane, I don't know, to be honest with you. Joe is more of a sure thing, and that's what I think the Red Sox should be going for. I don't know that the Red Sox go for I don't know. Like, going for a project, in my opinion, doesn't make a ton of sense. So what's the score? What's the score of the Mariners game right now? Are the Yankees winning? Yankees are, wow. The Mariners are coming back, huh? Right, exactly, Nick. Would love 3 out of 4 this weekend. Listen, if the Sox win this game, and I'm not going to say they are, right, because I'm not going to put that on anything because right now Isaiah Campbell is on the mound. If they end up 4 games over 500 coming into the All-Star break, I think I'm happy, right? Just split the series with the Rays. Yeah, 6-9. Nice. Yankees are up to bat here. Honestly, either of them losing is good for us, so I don't care. Nice play, Romy. That's not going to be 2, is it? It is going to be 2. You play 4 games against the Rays. So if you go 2-2 against them, you come into the break 4 games above 500, which is solid. Campbell no better than a position player pitching? A little bit better. A little bit better. Don't end the stream. I have to end the stream because, again, I'm leaving for vacation tomorrow. So I actually have to get my video about this series done tonight so I can leave tomorrow. And then tomorrow, early, I got to get up at real early and get a video about Bregman or about this Joe Ryan trade. Potential for Friday. And then we'll probably talk about Bregman Saturday or Sunday, whatever he comes back. And then Monday, we'll probably talk about, I mean, we're going to have to talk about the draft at some point. So we'll probably talk about that. Probably Monday or Tuesday, I would guess. What if new news comes out? If it's big, I'll make a video. If it's not anything crazy, I'll probably wait until I get back. If it's just like a little roster moves here and there, fine. If they make a trade or something, then I'll make a video. But it's kind of like it's kind of like I'm on call, right? I'm on like deep call. So just a heads up. I'll put it this way. I'm like a surgeon on call this weekend, right? If someone breaks a leg, let the nurses deal with it. I can live stream the All-Star game. I can't this year, unfortunately. Who do we take in the draft? Hopefully they take a position player. They need to sort of retool their position player potluck here. Surprised you didn't plan your vacation during the break. I try to every single time, and it never works out. So, plus it's my entire family, so it can't just be my schedule. Campbell's glove looks like a giant mop. Yeah, exactly, Foxman. And ladies and gentlemen, the Boston Red Sox have won 6 games in a row. They've swept both the teams that they needed to sweep to put themselves in a position to look real good coming into the deadline. This is what this team needed to do. They came out, they did it. This is huge. I'm sorry. I don't care if it's against the Rockies or the Angels or whoever. 6 straight wins is really big. It is. 6 straight wins is really big. We'll see. We'll see what it leads to. Right? They still got to play the Rays before the deadline, and hopefully they can at least split it. If they can at least split it, we're coming to the deadline 4 games over 500, and you're in a good spot to come into that gauntlet, right? Because then if you can get through that gauntlet, I don't know, 1 or 2 games under 500, like in terms of that gauntlet specifically, you're still 2 games up in 500. I'm okay. Right, I'm okay. They took care of business, and that's exactly what we needed them to do. Again, I'm going to be on vacation for the next 4 or 5-ish days, so I may not be. If there's big news, I will, as soon as I humanly can, make a video. But it may be a little bit more delayed than we're used to. That's all I'm going to say, okay? Thank you all for being here tonight. I appreciate it. New members, old members, thank you so much for being a member of this channel. You guys mean the world to me. Thank you all for being here. Obviously, a Rockies game on a Wednesday in the middle of July. Never the most exciting thing to do, but we had a lot of fun tonight. And, This is a big game for the Sox. Quietly a really big game for the Sox. So I appreciate you being here. I always have a ton of fun with you guys. Even Jesta. R.I.P. $2 super chats from Thinking Bigger. He says, go Sox, Durant catching fire. He sure is, Think. He sure is, man. I appreciate your $1.99 super chat. It means a lot. Can we get some likes on that message on your way out of here? I'll see you guys tomorrow for the series recap. I will see you guys going forward for a couple of different videos this weekend. And then obviously, again, if there is news, it might be a bit delayed, but it will get out. I promise. Regardless. Anyways, I'm rambling on too much, so I will see you all in the red seats.